Hi everyone, so in today's video I think I'm going to try out this stamp and die set that VianneyCreates has brought to their site during their February releases, and it's the book card stamps and dies. So you know, I already did a whole unboxing and I'll link that video down in the description box, and I will say that VianneyCreates did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. So today we're going to jump right to it. I'm thinking about making a shape card. I really wanted to try out the little guys. Maybe that's for another day because they're so cute. So this set makes this larger card topper, you know, you can put it on top of your card, or these smaller books. So this is a smaller book and that's the cover part of it, and all this cute stuff that goes along with it. But what I'm going to do, I think, is make a shape card, because I think I mentioned that in the video whenever I went over these things. So we'll start with that. So it's going to be this big guy. I already gave you measurements on this largest die in the video. We'll talk about what size card it will make because I don't quite know yet. So we need that. You have your binding and all these different things, but what I'm going to do is start off with grabbing probably just some white cardstock so we can get this going and make a shape card. And then we have all these accents and things that we can work with. But you know, I love my die cutting, so I'll probably focus more on that than anything. And yeah, so let's see. Well, I have white paper here, so I'm just going to grab one. I assume this is going to end up a little bit A2-ish. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just a little bit bigger than that. If you want to save your paper, you know, obviously we'll look at the numbers right now, but I'm just going to cut this in half and see if that's going to be good enough. It is going to go behind this. We are going to run this through as a topper to this card base, so I'm not super concerned, but I'm going to cut it. Should we just do 5.5? I feel like if I do 5.5, it might run off the end. Yeah, it's going to be right there. So I'm going to waste a little bit of paper, but if you think, you know, I'd rather just cut that right in half at 5.5 and not waste anything, then you do that. Okay, so I'm cutting it at 5 3/4, just have a little bit extra. And I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, right in half. And then I'll take this guy. Okay, so now I gotta pay attention because it does have like a little notch and things, and of course we want that to be, you know, where it needs to be. Like that is the top of the book, right? See how it has this kind of notched out area? That's the top. So, and it's the one that's more squared off. There's another side that's a little bit softer, rounder. It's this really sharp angle over here. And so, yeah, so see, I mean, you know, it's up to you if you want to do 5.5 and just let it sit there. You're just going to look at the back and really make sure everything's good. I'm just letting that cutting edge go off the edge of what we just folded. So, I mean, I can just bump it right up to it, actually, and that'll be good. So, you just don't want the edge to be cut because then, you know, you have two separate pieces, right? So, you need to keep that blade off the end. And I'll run that through and we'll have our shaped card base and we will go from there. Probably should use a new piece of tape. We are going to glue right on top of this, you know, it's going to be covered, but sometimes when you reuse washi, and I reuse it quite often, it starts getting stickier actually, and then it tears your paper, so just keep that in mind. I know this is a reuse piece, and like that piece totally fell apart, but this piece I'll probably still use another time, and I just put it on my table, just right to the right of me here. I always have lots of little pieces of reusable washi there. Okay, so that's how much came off. A little bit here because obviously we put the die over to the left, and then I mean, and that's because I want my book card to open like this. But if you want it to open from the top, tenfold, then just, you know, leave it there. Obviously you would have put your fold here, your score line, and then keep this just a little bit above the end of the paper and then run it through, and now it'll open at the top, right? Just keep that cutting edge away. That's very cute already. Okay, I was gonna start this video knowing that I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go have some lunch, but I'll be right back. When I come back, let's have this part of it made. So I'm gonna choose some pretty paper for this part. Kind of want like a brown binding edge. If you have like paper that have like a leather texture to it, or it looks like, that would be really fun, right? So we have this guy, and that's all this is. So it's just gonna be whatever you want, whatever color, you know, book cover you want, whatever binding edge you want, and then the texture for your pages at the top. Maybe I'll do like a little off-white for that one. You know, it looks a little aged or something. So something brown, darker brown, something fun like that. Maybe in a saddle color, that'd be nice. A little bit off-white for this, and then some pretty color. And of course, I'm looking at this pink, and I'm like, oh, pink would be really cute. But we'll see. I'll be right back with those pieces. Okay, guys, so had some lunch. You know, I actually thought about it. I was like, oh, you know, I have some textured paper from Diamond Press that they have on HSN, and there's this one that has like a leather, like pebbled leather look to it. It might not go with my pink, but we'll see. Either way, that's kind of how that goes. All right, so then I got some little off-white paper here. Will this pop out? Nope. All right, let's poke it. It does have little ejector buttons. There you go. And so we're just gonna put these guys together. So pretty. Okay. Oh, you know what? I was watching PBS and I realized I turned it up and I can hear it kind of loud. Was this here? I want to say it was stuck here somewhere. I'll put it on later. Okay. So we want to stick those down and then we'll go from there. A lot of times whenever I have a shaped card, I put the glue on the actual card because, you know, a little bit of it gets left off the side, right? So if I were to put the glue on that topper piece, it might have just glue hanging off the side. Had a little glue hanging off anyway right here, but it got pushed out there. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up because this glue does take a little moment to set up, and I'll be right back and we'll add these bits. Okay, so let's take these pieces and I'm gonna stick this first so that way I know where the little page accents go. I'm gonna do this a little bit lightly because again, I put this into its own little bottle. I keep using it right out of the refill. Okay, and I'm gonna pop this on this corner because that's where it goes, right? I'll take a peek on the back just to make sure I have it in the right spot. See, there's a little bit hanging over because, again, we had to do it that way for the base. Okay, and then this guy goes in here. So it has a little rounded edge that tucks in there. Here we go. And then I'm just going to put something on top of this just to keep it flat, but I'm going to let that go straight across. There you go, to that angled corner. Hey guys, how cute is that? I mean, it is really 3D looking, you know? So cute. Okay, so if you were going to stamp on this, I mean, obviously this is flat, you can still stamp on it, but I probably would have stamped on this pink piece before I stuck it all together. But I definitely want to use that little frame. Oh my gosh, there's so much we can do with this. I want to use this frame. I see what they did. They stamped and then they had the little frame on the outside. That's cute. There are lots of pieces that help you decorate. I wanted to use this goldish color. I just found it when I was digging through looking for some other things. I was going to make this the color of the binding, but then I thought, maybe not. So, I mean, this isn't like the most complimentary color, but maybe I'll use it anyway. So, let's see. I want this little guy. This one also makes a frame. There's like a top part and the bottom part, but you're going to stamp it and then die cut it. You're definitely going to want to do the little trick of running this by itself through a piece of cardstock so you can see your guiding window, because it'll be very hard to stamp that and then die cut it with this. Or you die cut this first and then place it very carefully, the stamp on it, and then put it in a stamp positioner. So something to think about. But oh, does this fit here? Oh, of course, it was just torn in a way that's not going to work. I always like when it works out. Okay, well, guess what? It works over here, this piece that I had left. And then I think just to bring more of this in, I'm going to have to do some accents, right? Let's see. We'll talk about our little stamping in a moment for that. Let's say the corners, or let's see. I didn't really want to stamp that corner just because of the gold color I want to use, so maybe I'm not sure if I'm going to do corners, but I know it has little bits that go here on the sides, right? Maybe not. Oh, that's a little one. Or maybe, I don't know what I'm looking at. This might be a stamp because I don't see it here as a die. Let's look. Oh yeah, it's a stamp, and that's not going to work on this paper that I want to use, so we're not going to do that. Let me run this through and see how decorative that looks. Maybe we're going to do some sprigs or something else, right, to bring something cute in. Let me run this through. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is how you get this part. Because if you're just going to stamp it on cardstock, you're still going to run it through this, and then this is the piece that you'll put in there, right? So look how beautiful that is. It is so pretty. How cute would that be for just lots of different projects? Okay, so we have that there. Let me get a white scrap of cardstock, which I think I already have right here. Oh, look, this will work. And let me put this up over here. I'll be right back. I'm going to choose a sentiment. We do have some dies, some words that are like dies or stamps that you can also cut, but I'll be right back. Oh, I'm going to do this to my favorite reader. This, you know, you can mix and match all these sentiments. You have to my favorite reader, then, you know, I'm so glad you're part of my story. Maybe that goes on the inside. I mean, super cute. Miranda loves reading. All the kids love reading, but she loves reading fairy tale books, like those kinds of things. I'm like, okay. And then she's getting a little older, you know, she has to start reading a little more books that are a little more, what's the word? Like academic, I guess, you know? So it's cute, but she loves to read. So I'm going to pop that there. Well, actually, I don't have to pop it there. I'm going to stamp it. What I meant by that is I wanted to see if I had enough paper there for this, and I think I do. I don't need the frame. But I mean, if you want to do 2 for 1, obviously you want to do your paper. Actually, it fits. If you only had enough for this, you know, that's fine. I can stamp it with that there or not. But then you have another frame for another project, right? But for right now, I'm just looking at this. To my favorite reader. And anyway, I was trying to say, all my sons, they all love to read, which is great. Let's see. There we go. But since this one is very princessy, I think Miranda would love this. Okay, I'm gonna run this through. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have this guy, and again, oh, look, I could have moved it over just a little bit. I would have had that bit there. Anyway, so I'm going to use this one. I'm not going to glue this down quite yet because I think what I'll do is cut some little sprigs and things. So we have lots of dies, right? Cut some sprigs. I'll do greenery because I want the greenery to be brought in, and maybe a couple little flowers like this flower. That's cute. Little dogwood looking. Is that what that is? So let's do that. So as far as greenery, do I want a ton? I was trying to see how they're using this one. It doesn't have little flowers that go on it, right? It's just a little sprig. Okay, and then we have all of this, like this kind of thing. So maybe some of this guy, and then this flower. And the center of that flower is this. It's kind of a larger flower, so maybe I'll cut out a few other ones. Let's see, what does this one look like? Oh, that's so cute. This one has like a cute little, it just does its own thing. It doesn't have a center. So maybe a couple of this one. Okay, so a couple different colors. This one with this layer, and then this little guy, a couple of him. Maybe this, and maybe some of this one. Ah, okay, I'll be right back. So I have some flowers here. And that's trash right there. And look how cute this little frame came out, the white frame. Beautiful, but again, it was just off there. So, I mean, if I want to use that, I can put like a little something covering that, right? With this one, what I'm going to do is maybe stick down the center so I know what I'm looking at, like where it is I want that to be. And then I'll put the frame down. A little tricky, guys, a little tricky. I'm gonna hold it together as one piece. I guess we could tape it in the back. You wouldn't be able to see that, but for right now, I just want to know where this is going to be, because I'm probably gonna slide some of my little sprigs or whatever behind that. So let's say that's like there. Okay. I'm gonna hold that down for just a second. I'll be right back. Actually, well, let's put this together. So I'm gonna pop a little thing there, a little something there. You can definitely curl these, give them some movement, you know, if you wanted. These guys don't have a center that pops out, but I suppose you can run the same die through and have something that you pop in there, but I think I'm just gonna add some little pearls or rhinestones or something to that. So I will be right back. Okay, so let's get a little bit closer, and you know, depending on what you wanted to do, I mean, you can add things all over the place. I think I'm gonna keep it all together down this corner. Maybe I shouldn't stick things down quite yet if I'm not sure, but I'm going to put glue here and not quite on the other end quite yet. Maybe this guy. And again, if you want to curl these, give them some movement, you can definitely do that. Something like that. I probably should have looked at the other flowers before I started gluing things down, but I'm sure it's fine. Sure, it will be fine. Okay. Just trying to put a little glue behind this part that I hadn't glued down yet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hold this down. All right, so let's see what we have here. This big guy, and then maybe a couple smaller flowers here and there. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay. And then, like I said, we'll pop some little something over here. Maybe this one over here. Maybe I put a little dimensional behind the purple one. That'll be cute. So let me do that. And what else do we have here? Cute. I didn't want to cover too much of the greenery in the back, but that's all right. Let me try to move this. Just a little bit more of this green to show here. Okay. Let me get my little rhinestones or pearls or whatever, and I'll be right back. So I grabbed a little pearl binder, and I'm sorry, I don't think Darn Press is putting these out, at least not recently, so hopefully we'll start doing it again. I love these things. Oh yeah, I just gravitated toward this one. And look at that, the size is like perfect. So these are kind of like goldish, and I think they go back to that frame. So that'll be cute. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna do this the old way. There we go. Turn down, and then one more. Okay, that one was behaving. And how pretty is that? Super cute. It just lends to making a shaped card, I think, really, really well. Let me give you a measurement on this card, but I believe it's, you know, just right around A2. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So perfect for an A2 envelope and ready to go. Really pretty. Again, lots of mix and matching on that. If you want to see more about it, please watch my unboxing video, because I talked about everything in that video and you saw it, all the particulars there. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. Again, these are available at mydiamondpress.net, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.